Why is it that people in Japan eat white rice every single day, yet they have some of the lowest obesity rates and the flattest stomachs on the planet? Meanwhile, you're hitting the gym 5 days a week, counting every single calorie and surviving on kale salads, but that stubborn belly fat just won't budge. It feels like a rigged game, doesn't it? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about losing weight is actually keeping you stuck? What if the real secret isn't about working harder, but about working smarter with your biology? Today, we're going on a deep dive into the Japanese secret to zero belly fat. We're going to dismantle the myths and give you a step-by-step blueprint that will reset your metabolic health and help you melt away the most dangerous type of fat in your body, starting today. If you've ever felt like your body is working against you, stay with me until the very end, because the last step we're going to cover is the absolute game changer that nobody in the West is talking about. Before we get into the how, we need to talk about the what. Most people think fat is just fat, but that's a lie. There is a hidden enemy living inside you right now. It's called visceral fat, and it's far more dangerous than the pinchable fat under your skin. In the medical world, we have a term for people who look fit on the outside but are struggling on the inside: TOFI. It stands for thin outside, fat inside. You might have a flat stomach or look lean in a t-shirt, but your internal organs, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, could be wrapped in a thick yellow layer of toxic fat. This isn't just about how you look in a swimsuit. This is about a fat parasite that triggers inflammation, messes with your hormones, and sets the stage for chronic disease. The Japanese don't just focus on weight, they focus on metabolic health. And the first way they combat this internal enemy is through something called the rainbow shield. Imagine your body has a series of DNA switches. Some switches tell your body to store fat, while others tell your body to burn it. Most of us are stuck in store mode because of what we eat. We consume what I call the beige diet: bread, pasta, fried chicken, potatoes. It's all one color, and it's sending the wrong signal to your cells. The Japanese approach is different. They utilize the power of carotenoids. These aren't just vitamins. They are powerful phytochemicals found in brightly colored vegetables that literally talk to your genes. When you consume deep oranges, vibrant greens, and rich purples, you are activating the burn switch. Think of things like kabocha squash, seaweed, and purple sweet potatoes. These foods contain specific compounds that inhibit the formation of new fat cells. Instead of just eating your veggies, I want you to adopt the 5-color bento box philosophy. Every time you look at your plate, ask yourself, do I see 5 colors? If your plate is mostly brown or white, you're inviting visceral fat to stay. If you fill it with the colors of the rainbow, you're creating a chemical shield that prevents fat from sticking to your organs. This simple shift in color can actually reset your fat-burning potential at a genetic level. But color is only half the battle. We need to talk about what you're drinking. In America, we have a massive coffee culture, often loaded with syrups and artificial creamers. In Japan, the culture centers around the liquid key, matcha. Now, don't confuse this with the sugary green tea lattes you see at your local coffee chain. Real ceremonial-grade matcha contains a powerhouse compound called EGCG. This isn't just an antioxidant, it's a metabolic flamethrower. EGCG works by inhibiting an enzyme called lipase, which is responsible for breaking down fats so they can be absorbed into your bloodstream. By drinking high-quality green tea, you are essentially blocking a portion of the fat you eat from ever entering your system.
Here is a hack for my Starbucks lovers. Next time you're at the drive-thru, don't order your usual sugar bomb. Ask for an iced matcha green tea, but specify no syrup, and swap the dairy for almond milk or just water. You get the caffeine kick, you get the trendy aesthetic, but instead of spiking your insulin, which is the hormone that tells your body to store belly fat, you're flooding your system with EGCG. Think of it as a metabolic reset button you can press every single morning. When you see oil floating in water, it stays in big clumps, but if you drop green tea extract into that oil, it begins to disperse and break down. That is exactly what is happening inside your digestive tract. Now, let's talk about movement, because this is where most people get it completely wrong. We've been told that to lose belly fat, we need to run until we're gasping for air or lift weights until we collapse. But high-intensity exercise can actually backfire. When you push your body too hard, your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, skyrocket. And what does cortisol do? It tells your body to hold on to belly fat for dear life because it thinks you're in a survival situation. The Japanese secret isn't more exercise, it's the 75% rule. In Japan, there is a focus on what we call the talk test zone. This is exercise performed at about 75% of your maximum heart rate. It's that sweet spot where you're moving, you're sweating a little, but you can still hold a conversation without gasping. Studies have shown that when you stay in this 75% zone, your body optimizes fat oxidation, specifically the burning of visceral fat. Instead of a grueling hour on the treadmill, the Japanese incorporate lifestyle movement. They walk to the train station, they take the stairs, and they practice something called long breath techniques. It sounds simple, but by focusing on deep, rhythmic breathing while you walk, you are oxygenating your blood and lowering your cortisol levels. If you're at the gym, try incline walking. Put the treadmill on a steep hill, but keep the speed at a brisk walk. If you can't talk to the person next to you, you're going too fast. Slow down, breathe deep, and let the 75% rule melt the fat away without the stress.
So, how do we put all of this together into a routine that actually works for a busy life? Let's look at the 24-hour blueprint of a metabolically healthy lifestyle. You wake up, and instead of reaching for a sugary cereal or a heavy bagel, you start with your liquid key, a warm bowl of matcha or a high-quality green tea to prime your metabolism. For lunch, you ditch the beige sandwich and build a rainbow bowl. Think salmon, spinach, carrots, purple cabbage, and maybe some fermented ginger. You're feeding your gut microbiome and signaling your DNA to burn fat. In the afternoon, instead of a third cup of coffee, you take a 15-minute talk test walk. If you're at the office, walk around the block while you're on a phone call. If you're at home, take the dog out and focus on your long breath technique. By the time dinner rolls around, your body isn't in a state of starvation because you've been fueling it correctly all day. You've kept your insulin stable, your cortisol low, and your fat-burning enzymes active. This isn't a diet, this is a health upgrade. You aren't punishing your body, you're finally giving it the tools it needs to function the way it was designed to. I want to challenge you right now. We call it the Japanese Belly Flush 7-Day Challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to do 3 things. First, ensure every lunch and dinner has at least 3 different colors of vegetables. Second, replace one of your daily coffees or sodas with a sugar-free matcha or green tea. And third, get 20 minutes of 75% zone movement every single day. Just enough that you're warm but can still talk. That's it. No starvation, no soul-crushing workouts.
If you're ready to stop fighting your biology and start working with it, I want you to type the word START in the comments below. Let's create a community of people who are committed to resetting their health. When you comment, you're making a psychological contract with yourself. You're saying that you're done with the skinny fat trap and you're ready for a real transformation. Remember, the secret to a flat stomach isn't found in a magic pill or an extreme fad diet. It's found in the small, consistent choices that honor your body's natural rhythms. The Japanese have known this for centuries, and now you know it too. If you found value in this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe, because in our next video, we're going to dive even deeper into the biohacking secrets of the world's longest living cultures. Your journey to your best self starts with a single breath and a single choice. Make it count. I'll see you in the next one.